Okay, so when executing a ground stroke from the baseline, there's two important elements to keep in mind. One is the angle of your paddle face. If you have your paddle face too open, it'll hit the ball high, awarding your opponents the opportunity for an overhead smash where the ball's going to go sailing out the back. If you have your paddle angled too low or too close, it'll go straight into the net. So you want to find that balanced sweet spot there. Another element of the swing, or of the ground stroke to consider, is the angle of the swing. So if you go low to high, the ball's going to go high. Whereas if you have a more flat stroke, it's going to stay more flat and more level and stay in play. When serving the ball, it's important to be able to control the direction of the serve. You want to be able to serve the ball and keep it in play, or target an opponent's weakness, or make your opponent move. You do this by opening your paddle wide to hit it wide, and if you want to target more towards the tee, you close your paddle a little bit. So, it's the horizontal angle of the paddle at the point of impact that dictates the direction of the ball. When playing volleys at the net, it's important to control the height of the ball. If you hit the ball too high, it's going to set your opponents up for a smash, or it's going to go sailing out the back. If you hit the ball too low, it's going to go into the net and the point is going to be over. We can control the height of the volley using two things: the angle of the paddle and the swing path. By using the angle of the paddle, if it's more open, the ball's more likely to go high. If the paddle is closed or facing down, the ball's more likely to go into the net or down. So you want to keep a level swing path on your volleys here. That keeps it in play and puts pressure on your opponents. The other mechanic that you use is swing path. So if you go from low to high on a volley, the ball's more likely to go high. If you go from high to low, the ball's more likely to go low. I'll edit that part out. So if you go high to low, the ball's more likely to go into the net. So what you want is a nice level swing path and a level paddle face for your volleys at the net. And that's how you can control the point of the net. When volleying at the net, it's important to consider the impact point, which will be between your body and the net out in front of you. This is the most stable position, and it's the easiest way to control the ball. If you find yourself volleying from beside you or even behind you, that's a much less stable position to try and volley from. Whereas out in front of you is the most stable way to volley the ball. So you want the ball between you, the paddle between you and the net. That's where you'll volley from, because that's the most control, and that'll be the most stable position to volley from.